James Willingham is one of nearly 200 homeless men and women living in a tent city in Pinellas County, Florida. Willingham insists he'd still be on the streets if it were not for Pinellas Hope.
They treat you good, they feed you really good, you have a safe place. It's like they say, I mean, it sounds kind of silly, but it's not a handout, it's a hand up, and it's very true. They give you the tools that you need, and then you go from there.
The tent city sits on 20 acres of land at the end of an industrial park and has been serving the area's homeless for nearly 2 years. Pinellas Hope provides transitional housing in the form of bright tents and wooden sheds known as casitas. While there, they get help finding a job, an apartment, as well as educational and counseling services. Pinellas Hope is run by Catholic Charities. Frank Murphy, president of Catholic Charities for the Diocese of St. Petersburg, oversees the program.
First of all, provide a secure environment, because a lot of people don't realize it's not safe on the streets. That's first. Then the next thing we do is try to find out, okay, what can we do to help them become independent? Whether it's job, whether it's benefits they might be eligible for, whatever we can do to get them think, how do I become independent versus going back to the street?
Murphy wants to replicate the program in neighboring Hillsborough County, a county with the highest number of homeless in Florida.
So we're not going to come to a one quick solution, but when there's 10,000 street homeless, we really have to do something.
The proposed Hillsborough Cares project would provide 240 beds, cost $1 million to build, and $2.5 million a year to maintain. Catholic Charities will pay for the project itself, but may also seek $750,000 from the county. If approved, the tent city could house its first residents as early as 2011. The proposed site would be located on 12 acres of land owned by the Catholic Church near a busy intersection in Tampa. Not everyone is happy about the location. Residents of a Tampa neighborhood less than 300 feet from the site vigorously opposes the project. East Lake Park residents have been meeting regularly to devise a plan to counter the Catholic Charities proposal and to address the commissioners at their upcoming meeting. Hal Hart is leading their efforts. The community organizer stresses protecting the neighborhood's children and elderly from those homeless with criminal backgrounds is the community's greatest concern.
Their security measures and background checks are wholly inadequate if you're going to put this across the street from 325 homes. So I think safety is a legitimate concern.
Catholic Charities maintains that security at the Tampa site will be the same as that at Pinellas Hope.
We know who's here. We do case management work with every client. We do background screening on every client. We have a controlled environment going in, going out. We know what's happening. And we check everything coming into the camp.
The East Park Lake community is also worried about property values.
We are on the cusp of some wonderful things happening in our community, which will do several things. We'll increase our tax base in this area. It'll basically increase the face of the neighborhood by bringing in, we think, hotels, more office space, and that sort of thing. And I think if you put 250 to 500 homeless people on the main road in our community, that will ultimately affect our prospect of improving the community.
County zoning boards, along with critics of the plan, point out the project does not meet zoning guidelines. However, last month, city commissioners voted 5-2 to consider an exemption to housing and zoning codes.
This tent city in its current proposed location violates more of our county ordinances than any other proposal that I can remember in my time.
Kevin White cast one of the votes against the zoning proposal. White is a county commissioner whose district includes East Lake Park.
I think they genuinely care and are concerned, but I think they have the wrong place at the wrong time, and as they say in business, location, location, location.
White is researching an alternative plan that will allow the county to partner with Catholic Charities.
We give them the land that's in a more appropriate location that's far away from or as far away from residential communities as possible, maybe abutting some industrial areas, and then partnering. We donate the land, they donate the finances and the materials.
Murphy insists his organization, Catholic Charities, has found the right location.
Right now we have property available on a bus line, a busy area that's good access to where the homeless are. And that's why we've made the proposal the way it is.
County commissioners will meet this week to discuss the revised version of the Hillsborough County Tent City proposal, which marks this site as its future home. Commissioners will also address the housing and zoning codes that may need to be changed if the project moves forward. For the New York City News Service, I'm Angela Hill.